Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hyrule Warriors, the definitive edition. We are 24 episodes in. That is freaking amazing. And today we have a little special thing going on for this and a few episodes. Not sure how long this will last, but we not only have my usual friend, but a friend of his as well.
Hello, is I Card? Yeah, has been here for the past 24 episodes. Been doing other stuff on Serene's channel, the new Pool of Radiance, Worlds Collide, yada yada yada. And this time I decided to bring in with us another Zelda fan. So introduce yourself, partner.
Right. Well, if any of you might remember from the Worlds Collide that Card mentioned, I was the Dragonborn rogue Ryuo. Most of us call me Ryu or Haru. So let's get this fun started.
Right?
Yep, and new recording session, so as always, it's time for the Amiibo lottery.
Amiibos! So I have a choice set of amiibos today. It's sort of a duality for the first four, and the fifth one is I couldn't do a keep up the duality thing because of the fact that we're only allowed to do 5. So when I say duality, I mean the first one that we have is going to be this dude. My 30th anniversary Mario amiibo.
It's me.
It 8-bit too.
Yep. So 30th anniversary Mario amiibo, giving Link a white sword, interestingly enough. And so again, going back to what I said about a duality, we have Princess Peach making her return.
Oh, I see what this duality is. Old school, then new school. Because
let me back out. Well, yes, the duality is the fact I've got one Mario. I've got Mario and Peach. That was 5,000 rupees. So now you'll see the other duality, and it'll all make sense. Again, going back to the 30th anniversary, Zelda Link amiibo with the white sword on his back and everything. So a duality in the aspect of us having 2 30th anniversary 8-bit amiibos. Another white sword, I kind of figured. But also, the duality, the other part of the duality I'm referring to is I had Mario and Peach. Well, I have Link and Zelda.
makes sense.
Glittering Rapier. I kind of figured that we'd get a Zelda weapon there. So
Okay, so there's the oddball in this selection.
Please tell me it's Wario.
I don't have a Wario, unfortunately. But what I do have is probably the most ridiculously big amiibo that I have ever seen Nintendo put out.
It's the Pikachu.
We've showcased this once before, but it's the Guardian from Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, I remember looking for a Guardian all over the place. Well, specifically Ryu was, and guess who decided to be such a good friend to get him one.
Yep, and it is still amongst my amiibo pile.
Indeed.
All right. Of giant amiibos, I gotta mention this. Have you seen the Detective Pikachu amiibo?
Yes. I've actually seen that.
Bigger than Guardian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You could take up the entire Wii U screen with that thing.
Wow. Yeah, I have heard that it's bigger than the regular Pikachu amiibo. It's 5 inches or something.
Yeah, that's not an amiibo. That's a statue.
Yeah.
I have figures that are smaller than this thing.
Right.
I recently saw it at GameStop, and I saw that and was like, why is it so ridiculously big? What are you supposed to be able to put that on? You can't even get that to fit on a 3DS screen.
Well, I mean, admittedly, they were probably also thinking along the lines of, using it on your Switch and things like that as well. But I do understand, considering, isn't Detective Pikachu on the 3DS?
Yep.
Okay. See, I haven't played it. I've just watched somebody else, and they only they started playing it, but they haven't finished the series. So I'm like, well, I guess I don't get to see very far into it. But I was really interested in seeing it, but they never really got that far into it. So, on a side note, though, I did go out and I did grind a few materials that we needed. So, for one thing, I was able to get Linkle's combo all the way to max, which is awesome. You'll be able to see that once we get into the next, probably adventure mode, because I'll probably just end up using Linkle there.
Unless it's a restricted level, then,
Yeah, it depends on what levels we end up doing. That's actually part of the reason why I almost forgot to do the bazaar, was because I had just done the bazaar after doing my grind. But I had only done Linkle and a couple of others, and I was like, wait a minute, I only did those two characters. I should probably go in and get the other characters leveled up here on this level. What do you even need? Oh, I don't know what you need. Okay. Never mind. Ooh, good. Because we need combos. Hylian. I wish I had known that, so I could have gotten that Hylian Captain's Gauntlet. If I had known that that was all I was going to need, was to go grind out that, I would have gotten that off camera too, so that I could have used all of Sia's combos, considering that we're required to play her. Oh, by the way, for Ryu, because I don't think he's aware, so there is a 2-second delay in the video from, what, at least from what I'm, talking about, so, that's, all fixed in post, so the viewers don't see it, but, just so that you are aware on that, Ryu.
Yeah, I've been working with this for the past 23 episodes, so no big deal to me. But the Sia story.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and step into Sia's story here, and I really don't care about any of these. These are all bad. I guess I will take Darkness Plus. And we'll go ahead and throw in Senshi, because it's our only fairy so far.
Okay, I am so freaking confused. Who the heck was the fairy?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
In Legends and in the Definitive Edition, they added fairies, which can pretty much give you extra skills, and if you have a high enough magic meter, a screen nuke.
Very much.
So basically, the one I had for the Wii U didn't ever have that.
No,
Bingo.
that was something they added in Hyrule Warriors Legends. So, there's a lot of things that they added in Legends, like Linkle and her story. Sia's Tale here was in the Wii U version.
Yeah, well, we never actually got around to that, apparently.
Yeah, it's in there. I mean, it was part of the Master Quest DLC. So I mean, I don't know how much of the DLC you guys got on yours.
A good chunk of it. I remember Ryu getting the season pass.
Right. Well, in that case, it seems like you would have gotten all of it, because we had the season pass. But yeah, so if you missed it, basically, Sia realizing that she wants to conquer Hyrule to get Link, has gone out and is seeking generals for her army. She heard legends of a dragon living in these caves, and went to tame the dragon, basically.
Oh, so this is pretty much how she met him, Wizro and Volga. Got it.
Yeah, the beginning is anyway. We'll get more into her story, and you'll see a lot more unfold as we go along. But yeah, the beginning of this is very much, how she met Volga and Wizro, which is why you have to play as Sia for this one, because of the fact that you don't have anybody else. So, but luckily I don't think we have to play as Sia for any of the others, so that's good.
Ah, good. That means we can. Yeah, I was saying we can get. What you do? Anyway, something I kind of want to touch up on from last time, because we only got through a few games, and hey, now we got a third person's input. So, bosses, the good, the bad, and the meh. We only really got through Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess. So, Ryu, favorite bosses from those three games, the ones that you like the least.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
Well, if you need help, we can recap the ones that we thought were the worst from the worst and the best from those games.
Okay, one of the most annoying ones I had to put up with in Twilight Princess was that stupid monkey.
Wait. You're talking about the monkey?
Ook.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was the most annoying. I didn't say it was the hardest.
Yeah. I'll admit that Ook was a pretty annoying battle. I guess I didn't have too many issues with it because I played through it and was like, oh yeah, this just makes sense. So it wasn't a big deal for me, but
I wasn't even counting mini bosses last time. I wasn't even counting mini bosses last time. Crap! That brings up a whole lot of other stuff then.
Yeah. That's true. I hadn't even thought about the idea of mini bosses because we're talking about bosses. I think all of us really were just thinking more along the lines of like the end of dungeon bosses.
Yeah, but also along with the monkey was the boss from his stage.
Okay, wait. Daibaba was the worst one in Twilight Princess to you?
Not the worst, but it definitely outdid the monkey on annoying, because every time I tried to throw the bomb in the stupid mouse, the wind would catch it and just barely clip something, and then it'd explode, and I'd have to wait for the next one, and then the next one. And he just kept getting back up after that. I'm like, will you just die already?
And we meet Wizro for the first time.
Yeah. This guy. But yeah, in Twilight Princess, we both kind of agreed that Morphia, at least me and Serene, sort of agreed that Morphia was kind of the worst one there.
Yeah.
Because it was a rehash of Morpha, and well, the less I have to remember Morpha, the better.
Yeah, Morpha was not good.
I'm not recalling this.
And how long has it been since you played Ocarina of Time?
Or Twilight Princess. Maybe he's not remembering Morpheal.
Okay.
2+ years at least.
You at least remember Star-Lord, the best boss fight from Twilight Princess?
The great big skeletal monster thing that Zant sticks a sword in.
The one boss the boss from the Arbor's grounds with the spinner and how it had a very, very awesome finale where you beat him. Then when you thought the boss fight was over, he's like, oh wait, my head's still alive. Let me harass you while you're trying to climb up the spire.
Right.
Nope.
Wow.
What?
Apparently, he just has not played Twilight Princess in so long that he does not remember anything of it. Here's Olga.
How's it that you have worse memory than my fish brain?
You also got to remember, I've got way too much in my head that does not relate to anything else.
Yeah.
You know how my connection brain works.
Right. I forgot. Your brain's essentially a 50K modem. Okay. So, since you can't seem to remember those bosses, how about we go on to some of the more recent Zelda titles, like I don't know, Breath of the Wild.
That I remember a little more of.
Okay, so best, worst, and ones that you thought could have been done better, but not the worst bosses from there.
God, see ya, your combos suck.
Let's see.
Thunderblight Ganon, by the way. Worst.
Ooh.
Thunderblight Ganon.
That's a definitive answer from Serene when it comes to that.
Well,
Okay,
Are we only counting of the Calamity Ganon peoples?
why? What? You got something else?
I got one thing that drives everybody insane trying to get a hold of, but everybody goes after it time and time again, no matter what.
Oh.
Those dragon parts, man. People want them, and they will chase those dragons to the ends of the gosh dang map.
But they aren't technically bosses now, are they?
right.
There was one that was a boss, actually.
Well, yeah, there was one that you had to fight, but that wasn't necessarily fighting Nyarda. Not Nyarda. I'm thinking,
Naruya.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Sorry, that particular dragon's name is very similar to one of the gods from the Alethea universe that I made, who is named Nyarda, by the way. But yeah, I don't remember the dragon's name, but that wasn't necessarily a drag. The fight against the Nehru dragon, as much as it was a fight against the malice that had corrupted the dragon. So I don't know that I would count that as. Yeah, I don't know that I would count the dragon as the boss, because again, that wasn't the dragon you were fighting. That was the malice. More.
Okay. I'm gonna be a little bit weird because I didn't actually find any of the blights all that hard, except for maybe Wind Blight. But then again, I really didn't like them. The Wind Blight stage.
I actually never got to the bird one yet.
But to me, if I had to just go with what I would call sort of bosses, the Lionels, but those centaur lion arseholes.
The Lionels
You do realize you can ride those things, right?
Oh yeah, but still, those guys have been and always will be a pain in my rear. Even when I manage to mount, even when I do manage to mount them, they are still just a pain in the tuchus.
Yeah, I don't know that. Once you get the pattern down, I didn't find them that difficult. But yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from with the Lionel. But no, going to what I said though, because you said I had a very, very definitive answer, and there's a particular reason why, as soon as the conversation came up, it was I can guarantee you that it's Thunder Blight. And for me, with Breath of the Wild, when I was going through it, which one did I do first? I think the first one I did was Varuda. So I did Water Blight. Excuse me, sorry.
Okay, who didn't fight Water Blight again first? Seriously, it's the one
did.
Yeah, it's the one you get directed to first. So, but anyway, continue on. Your the rant about Fire Blight, Ganon.
I think that a lot of people did do Water Blight first. But I went in and I did Water Blight first, and I had a bit of an issue with them, but it wasn't too bad. After I did Water Blight, I turned around and I did I think it was Vom Meadow that I did next.
You did the bird second.
Think so, but I don't immediately remember. Yes, it was, because Fire Blight was the last one I did. I'm pretty sure he's the one that most people do last, though.
I did Fire Blight third after I did. The order I went in on my first playthrough was Water, Thunder, Fire, Wind. Because despite Naruto being a cool race in Wind Waker, let's just say I know exactly like Falco 2.0.
Right. So
all right. Can I say something about the Thunder Camel, please?
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
Naboris.
Out of all of the dungeon maps I've had to play in Breath of the Wild, that one irked me the most.
Whoa! Save dungeons for another time, man.
Yeah.
We're strictly talking about the bosses here.
True.
True. But no, so I did those. I went through those two first. And it was like, okay, so now I've gone through. I went through those first. I had a little bit of trouble with Water Blight because I still have trouble with Water Blight even today. I still haven't quite figured out his second phase. And so I was like, okay, no big deal. Wind Blight I had literally no issues with. I was just annihilating him left and right and everything, and it was just super awesome. I got to Thunder Blight, and it took me, not kidding, 10 tries just to get through his first phase. After I got through his first phase, then you have to deal with the whole using the magnet rune to deflect the lightning back at him and things. And I had a lot of trouble with that. It only took me 2 or 3 tries on that one, so it wasn't oh my god, I can't do this, But after I had done both of those, I literally took another 10 tries on that third phase. Could not get through it at all. And I ended up actually having to go and collect the Master Sword. And even then, even with the Master Sword, it still took me another 5 or 6 tries to get through it. Because I just could not get through Thunder Blight no matter what I did. It really is, the trick to Thunder Blight really is the whole, the perfect parry or whatever it's called, the perfect block. And that was a lot of my issue. Was I do not have very good reflexes, plain and simple. And the fact that entire third phase especially is entirely devoted to the perfect dodge, I could not get through it. I even went out, when I realized, okay, my, like, electric weapons, my metal weapons are, like, conducting the electricity and such. I went out and I collected, like, guardian weapons and shields and, things that didn't reflect, didn't, conduct the electricity so that I could, not drop my weapon every time he hit me and stuff like that. And even with, like, basically an entire arsenal of wood, guardian, or some other material of that nature, weapons and shields and stuff, even that, like, I just still could not do that fight at all. And I did obviously end up succeeding at Thunderblight and everything in the end, but it literally took me, I honestly don't know how many tries just to get through that fight in the end. And I did not like that fight at all. And when I did it the second time, because I did record Breath of the Wild, which in case anybody is wondering, I think I mentioned it a few times, but I know that, like, I just suddenly stopped uploading that. I had 3 episodes worth of material that I lost. So, unfortunately I can't go back and get those. So, unfortunately I can't continue that series without basically restarting it at this point. But yeah, no, it was, like, when I went back and did it for YouTube, like, I got through Thunderblight no problem. But I also went in and did, because I knew Thunderblight was going to be the worst for me, I went and did that one first. That way he was the weakest. And, because, when you do each of the bosses, the second, third, and fourth boss that you do get stronger. And,
okay. So that makes sense, and that's probably why Windblight Ganon, at least for the Blight Ganon fights, was the one that I liked the least, because I have never been good when it comes to aiming in these games. There's a reason I don't really like first person and third person shooters all that well, because I have terrible aim. Always have, always will have.
Yeah.
So having to snipe that guy out of the air, essentially, not exactly my cup of tea.
Yeah. Well, you do know the trick to defeating him, don't you?
Considering how I just confessed to mainly just using getting into the air, then slow-moing arrows and trying my best not to miss to beat him. No, I don't know the trick.
Well, that is the trick. You go into the air and you slow-mo so that you have more time to aim, and then you hit him with bomb arrows.
That's the thing, though. I'm not a good shot.
Yeah.
So just to get one shot, I have to waste most of my focus.
Yeah, so, I can understand that.
But sure, I had a little bit of trouble with Thunderblight, but after I figured out, oh wait, the magnet ruined, and I could because when it comes to aiming, I'm not that good at, but when it comes to blocking and dodging, that seems to be stuff I'm good at. Surprisingly enough.
Yeah, I was never good at the whole blocking and dodging thing. I very regularly defeated Guardians without doing that, because I could never block their laser and just deflect it back at them. So I generally avoided fighting the Guardians in that manner. But yeah, no, I had so much trouble with Thunderblight. Partially because you do have to have a non-metallic shield to block him to begin with. But then, like, from there, like, I just couldn't block. I'd get hit by Thunderblight Ganon and lose my stuff. And then as I'm, like, picking up my shield and sword and everything, he hits me again and I drop him, and I ended up getting wrecked so many times because I could not pick up my weapons and shields. Because he just hit me every single time.
Ryu, so your experience with Thunderblight Ganon?
Actually, I cleared it on the first go. My thing was, I didn't try to block. I was already using some of the Guardian gear just because it was stronger stuff. At the time, I hadn't even thought twice about the regular gear conducting the electricity all. But I didn't try and block him or anything like that. I just kept running around in circles and staying out of his lightning range. And then every time he'd pop up, I'd pop him in the middle of the head with an arrow. While he was stunned, I came up and beat the crap out of him with the sword.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was pretty much my entire repertoire right there, is throw him off his game with an arrow and then smack him stupid.
See, I never would have been able to hit him with an arrow because he moves too fast for me.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ryu over here seems to when it comes to that sort of thing, seems to have near omniscient aim. Yeah, if the old Worlds Collide campaign with his Dragonborn didn't tip us off.
Well, it does help that while he's using his lightning attack or the widespread lightning, he's staying still and you can whack him in the head with the arrow that way.
But yeah, those are our thoughts on the Ganon blights or the blight Ganons, whichever however you want to call them.
Yeah. So
those ugly blighters.
I should say that I did give my opinion on Thunderblight there, but
oh wait, that's what we consider the quote unquote worst.
Yeah.
Now the best.
So for me, it's gonna sound funny, but I actually really liked Fireblight Ganon a lot. It's just there was something about Fireblight Ganon that I don't know, something about that fight that I really enjoyed. Whether it was the hitting him with your arrow and then making him a bomb or whatever it was. And exploding him, or what it was. I can't tell you exactly what it was that I just loved about that fight, but I don't know. I really enjoyed Fireblight Ganon. Admittedly, I really did enjoy Ba Rudanya a lot too. So there's also that. Personally, out of the dungeons, well, nah, I won't go in there.
Well, you already got started with the dungeon thing with my little rant about the camel.
I suppose, but
okay. For me, my favorite of the blights, and this is definitely going to be a weird one for those who have been watching because they know how much I enjoy the Goron race.
Right.
But Fireblight is not my favorite. My favorite is actually the Waterblight Ganon in Valruta. I don't know. It just that one just seemed like my favorite because I don't know. I can't explain why. It's just I enjoyed that out of the four blights. I enjoyed that one the most. With Windblight being my least favorite because I can't aim.
Right. I completely understand that feeling, Oh my God, Volga. Can't fight you and King Dodongo at the same freaking time here.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah. So let's go back. Let's go back one game. Skyward Sword.
All right, you're gonna have to go that one without me because I never got through the first couple levels on that one.
Wow.
Hey, technically, I haven't played that game either, but I know all the bosses. But I do know all the bosses, so I know exactly which ones I can comment on, design wise and gameplay wise, which I think is the best and which I think is the worst. But the only one whose actual play experience is going to be able to hold up is Emily's.
Yeah.
All right, there is one final boss in the series.
The worst.
Oh, hold up. What were you saying, Ryu?
There's one boss out of all of the end bosses that just weirded me the crap out.
Oh?
And that was Twilight Princess's final boss.
Whoa! Let's get into final bosses another time, Bucko. Let's just keep let's just keep this to the dungeon bosses. Like final bosses is something for another time, and well, we're already near the end of this episode anyway, because stage clear.
Very much.
So
Fun.
So yeah, Skyward Sword boss, quick. Favorite, least favorite. Go. Go.
Well, like I said, Girahim, all three of them, worst. I hated all of the Girahim fights, like, a lot. The Girahim just got worse as you went, honestly, in my opinion. So, favorite one, gosh, it's been so long since I played Skyward Sword. I don't even have to think about that, actually. Coloctus.
Yes, the clear Buddhist related boss in the Buddhism temple.
Yep.
I got a boss that takes me back, way back, that reappeared in one of the more recent games that kind of surprised me.
Oh?
We all might remember this guy is the first dungeon boss from the back of Link's Awakening. Big guy, looks like a bunch of iron balls stuck together with this red star on the tail.
Oh, Moldum.
Yeah, it's just, you just start randomly thinking about this. Like, if you think random Legend of Zelda bosses, that's the first one that always comes to mind. It's just a random little thing you beat in the tail and then it dies off, and you're like, okay, was that all? It's like you beat it up the first couple times, you're like, is this all you're gonna do? And he double speed knocks you off the side of the cliff, and you're like, well, that was something.
Yep.
Anyway. Looks like we're gonna be playing as Wizro and Volga next time.
Wizro and Volga next time. I will probably be playing as Volga, even though it recommends Wizro. But yeah. Next time we'll hop into Hyrule Field. The invasion begins. So this is going to be a precursor, actually, to the Armies of Ruin. It literally occurs directly before. But you'll see that in the next episode. That said, I do hope you all have enjoyed. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. Also feel free to check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. So you can check out any of the episodes you may have missed. There's also a link to both my Patreon and my novel that I wrote down there in the video description as well. So feel free to check those out. And I'll see you all. We'll see you all next time.
Ciao.
And for any of those who thinks I'll stop being random, your hopes are going to be dashed. Goodbye.
See you later.